Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to pass. It's Ward. Quick strike complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And that pass intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right? On defense, early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll give it to him again. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Cardinals are on the move. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This crowd knows when to bring it. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown Cardinals. What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on second down. The give to the back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Fighting off the defender. Continuing to turn and move him forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? To the ground with the back. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action on first down. That's caught. It's Restrepo. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That brings us to the close of the quarter, and Ball State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They're trying to extend this already long drive. The ninth play is a 3rd and 3. They'll try to power their way ahead. Gets away from one, finds some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Ward. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense, got him at the 27. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Catch in the middle, it's Arroyo. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing the 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door. 1st and goal.
The Hurricanes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes! There have been mini-series, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Lining up to add another. Right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Handoff from the shotgun. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he could not get loose on the run.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. I just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He makes the connection. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. It's caught downfield. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Ward. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the catch. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Trying to find his man on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Arroyo. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. He uncorks one deep. And it's caught inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Feeling some heat. It's on target and complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Ward. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Power football with the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Powers forward. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 82 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the Cardinals will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Webster. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? The play fake. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Martinez on the carry. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab enough for the first. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Canes have this offense rolling. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Throwing right. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Love the play by the wide receiver because he didn't get lazy. He adjusted his route accordingly, so the depth got past the first down marker, and now he's helping out his offense keep the drive alive.
Give to the running back. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Ole Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. not an enviable task.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're trying to get to him. Got it behind the line. It's Presley. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Going to the running game. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Snags it over the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson.
A shot for the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The option look. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
First down here for the offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Ward. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll turn to Martinez. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
To the air, it's Ward. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Wants to go up top. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up here.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Complete. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires and picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Grabbed on the outside, it's Restrepo. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.